Today's been unbelievable for wrestling. From lows to highs, just believing that the entire goal of wrestling, you don't wrestle for money, you don't wrestle for fame, you wrestle to be a world and Olympic champion. To go from having that completely taken away to having ideas bouncing around where maybe we do this with wrestling, maybe we do this, how do we make more money? It's energized, the whole community, which in reality, this could be a good thing. It just depends how we look at it. It depends how we address this as a community, as a sport, as a club, as a high school program, as a national program, as a collegiate program, as the world of wrestling. For me, I can relate super well, incredibly well. I was a starter on the University of Michigan's 2017 at 157 pounds. I lost a 4-2 match to an eventual national champion, Bubba Jenkins. And at that point, it kind of set me in a little bit of a mode where I was going to get my training partners ready for the national tournament. I was going to do everything I possibly could for them. After that, my training partner, Josh Trella, had a semifinal upset and made it to the finals. And his father came up to me immediately afterward, and Mark Trella Sr., and said, "Jeff, thank you." He thanked me for getting his son, ready for the national tournament, and for being there for whatever he needed to get him to the level of training that he was ready for. Then I kind of realized I need to be here next year. This is what I need to do. So it concreted that goal for me. Just like our Olympians have that goal, this is what I need, this is where I need to be. I want to be an Olympic gold medalist, an Olympic champion. For me, I wanted to be a national champion. I wanted to be in the national finals. There was no question in my mind that's where I was going to be. Today, wrestling was faced with a new obstacle where that goal literally was taken. It no longer exists. When I lost my starting spot that year before the Big Ten tournament to my training partner, Rob Salaver, I had the same exact feeling. All of a sudden, everything I've been working for 20 years was gone. What do I do? Where do I go from here? I had seen so many wrestlers fight through so many hard positions, so many grueling situations, weight cuts, and in similar situations where they weren't happy with a coach or they weren't happy with the way that something was handled, they quit. 3-4 years into college, quit. Decided it wasn't for them. They didn't want to fight anymore. And we can't do that in wrestling. We can't do that as United States wrestling. We can't do that as Olympic wrestling. This is a time when we band together and we fight. And I truly believe that as I regrouped, I lost my scholarship immediately after that as well. I went into my room, my end of the year meeting, and Coach said, "I know there's a few things you want to talk about." And I said, "Coach, I'm not talking about the past. I'm here to lead this team. I'm going to be a captain, and I'm going to be a national champion." And he said, "Well, I need to let you know before we start that I also can't renew your scholarship for next year." And that was the first I had heard that this was going to happen. And so my 5th year, I wrestled with no scholarship, upset number 1 ranked wrestlers in the country all the way down to, top 10 regularly. Had a good run at the national tournament, believed I'd be a national champion, made some mistakes along the way, didn't quite accomplish my goal. But for me, that dream, that goal was so ripped away when I lost my spot, I lost my scholarship. It was time to be done wrestling, but I didn't quit. This sport's in us. We got to stick through. We've got to get wrestling back in the 2020 games. We need to do this as a team. So from me to you, as I understood that what I had to do to accomplish a goal, let's apply that sense that we have as wrestlers, band together, and anything we can do here at Edge, we're going to do it to reinstate wrestling for the 2020 Olympics.